Sheryl Sandberg of Facebook fame asserted in her best-selling book that if a woman works hard enough and asserts herself enough, she can thrive at home and at work. In other words, you can have it all. The toxic subtext: if you don't, the fault is squarely on your shoulders. You aren't working enough, or assertive enough, or just plain enough. Frankly, I think it's time we move away from this messaging and looked at what would happen if we all began to lean out a little more. In this video, I explore what it means to lean out and see the systems behind some of the biggest workplace diseases that disproportionately plague women and underrepresented populations, like imposter syndrome and an unbalanced relationship with work and life. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and bell now to be notified every time I post a new video about how to lead and live a more authentic, fearless life. As a stress physiologist and CEO myself, I know what it takes to make it and what I've had to give up. Early on, at least for me, it meant compromising my more authentic self in ways that allowed me to, better fit in and rise to the top. I always felt like an imposter, in part because I never really did fit the mold. I had to train myself to become more assertive, more dominant, more stereotypically masculine. The problem, of course, wasn't so much with me, as it likely isn't so much a problem with you if you're feeling the pressure of not being enough or having enough time to have it all. The problem is the system. Let's start with the issue of imposter syndrome. Even when many companies are now more aware of and working on their culture to fix issues around belonging and diversity and inclusion, the very word inclusion means that there is some dominant culture to which I need to be included or assimilate into. So who's including who here? And what if I don't want to lean into the we of the dominant white male hetero cis working world to not have to feel like an imposter in my own work? What would happen if we all leaned out instead and realized, this isn't that I'm a fake or a fraud or an imposter, but rather that I'm simply often not even represented. Not having anyone else around you who looks like you, sounds like you, or thinks like you can very often feel isolating. And it's a breeding ground for imposter syndrome. No amount of leaning in creates a healthy fix here. Only temporary code shifting, where we likely become an inauthentic version of ourselves in order to belong for a little while. Let me be more direct about this. If you're suffering from imposter syndrome, the problem most likely isn't you. It's the system around the space that you're in that makes you feel like not enough. Have you ever found yourself code switching, changing how you speak, behave, or interact with others in order to enhance a sense of belonging at work? Let me know in the comments below how you've found yourself altering your more authentic version of you in order to fit in. Right, so then there's this work-life balance bit. This myth that women are sold on particularly hard. So you wake up at 6 a.m., shower, grab some breakfast, get the kids ready, drop them off, and are to work by, let's say, 8 o'clock. You work until 5, that's generous. You fly home in 30 minutes, no traffic, snag the kids on the way, cook dinner, it's now 6:30. You eat, bathe the kids, tuck them in, 7:30 at best. You've yet to work out or say more than 2 words to your partner. And if you want to get those 8 hours of sleep, that means you need to be in bed by 10. So essentially, you have, 2 hours a day to yourself at best? There have been no bills paid, no homework, no sports for the kids, no laundry, no shopping, no dishes, no cleaning, no phone calls to family, no time with friends. Shoot, there really hasn't even been time for you to just breathe in that day. But that's supposed to be your lifetime, right? I'm right there with Michelle Obama when she said, I tell women that the whole "you can have it all." Nope, not at the same time. That's a lie. It's not always enough to lean in because that shit doesn't work all the time. What if we leaned out long enough to realize that you are already working harder than you realize? And it's not this work that makes you enough or worthy of having life. There's not some magical scale there that says, okay, you've worked hard enough now, you can have a couple of hours to yourself. And if there was, I think we'd realize that this thing called life we're supposedly supposed to be balancing with work simply doesn't have nearly enough weight on its side. Leaning in should not mean giving in to more of the rise and grind culture. The never stop hustling memes don't feel like a call to greatness, but rather the only way we can survive. It just doesn't feel like there's an option to opt out. And there's not, until we begin to lean out, to lean back from the systems and ask, why does it matter if I work 12 hours a day in the office or 2 hours from home, as long as I get the job done? And yes, there needs to be a done, because you are worthy of living an authentic and full life. If you're ready to get the benefit of more insights and tips from experts and other professional women, consider joining The Leap. The Leap is an ongoing professional and personal development network for thriving professional women. And let's be clear, stay-at-home moms, you are absolutely a professional woman. Reach out to me at info@RebeccaHeiss.com and let's schedule a call to find out about how women like you are figuring out their biggest challenges and taking the leap into a community of like-minded, lifelong learners to find the answers. Find out more at wearetheleap.com. If you are a man watching, consider passing this message along to a team member or colleague or partner. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying this content, I suspect that you are hungry for more solutions to problems like imposter syndrome and stress, things that plague the modern working human. So here are a couple of other videos I think you might like. Do me the favor of subscribing and liking and sharing these videos so that more people can find them and so that you don't miss more upcoming content. Until next time, live more, fear less.